Welcome to the first episode of What's Real, the show with the best guesses and even better guests. I'm your host, Griffin Hamilton. Now, the premise of the show is fairly simple. Look, I love games, and I love making my friends suffer just a tiny bit, so I create a show where I make them watch movies they have been actively avoiding, and I turn it into a game. They are armed only with the title of a movie, the top 3 or 4 actors and the characters they play according to IMDb, and a 15 to 30 second clip of my choosing. My friend will have to try and accurately, to the best of their ability, construct a plot and unveil the narrative of a movie that they have never seen. Today, we will start off by doing the Star Wars prequels, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. Growing up, I used to watch these films a lot. Specifically, Attack of the Clones was my personal favorite as a kid. I thought that was the most fun, I guess the most cartoony one, but I remember liking all of them and really connecting with all the characters. Now that I've grown up and I understand that movies can be bad, I don't like them as much. Hopefully my opinion can be changed by our guest Miles Shapiro. So without further ado, let's get this thing started and let's explore this wonderful creation of George Lucas's mind and this poetry that he's created. Hey Miles.
Hi.
How are you today?
I was doing a lot better before this.
Yeah, but are you excited to get into it?
No.
I think everyone's excited.
Everyone except me is excited, I think.
That's thrilling.
I'm excited because it'll be fun, but
No, I get it. I get it. Look, I would love to just start off, before we get into any sort of predictions and me giving you the clues, is for you to sort of describe your history with Star Wars and what you sort of know about the original trilogy.
Okay. Look, not to sound like a massive hater, I have zero clue what people see in Star Wars at all. And I saw it when I was a kid, and I was like, this is trash. Right. This is not it for me. I think it's, I don't know, maybe if I was like in the 1970s, and it was this was like they introduced the concept of like a lightsaber. I think that was cool.
Right. I mean, that would be cool.
I knew what lightsabers were before. I knew the Darth Vader, and I just watched it, and I was like, okay, this is just that. I don't know.
That's not your thing, and that's okay.
It's not sci-fi. I like magic.
Right. Well, we'll get into that.
Okay. I guess they have it, or whatever.
All right.
But okay, I've seen some Star Wars movies.
You've seen the first one.
I've seen the very first.
You watched it on the baseball field.
I watched A New Hope and the second one too.
And the second one.
I watched them on a Jumbotron at Fenway Park.
That's right.
on a Cub Scout camping retreat.
You're probably like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So
probably.
Peak age for Star Wars.
Ugh.
You can see why I picked you to watch the original prequels.
You did this to torture me a little.
I did it because I wanted sort of a fresh perspective. I feel like there's a lot of hate on the prequels from fans. Yeah. And I'm more interested in hate on the prequels from someone who doesn't like Star Wars. That's what
if I love them?
I think that would be a beautiful twist.
So people...
I think you're going to like elements of them.
People hate these movies. Like,
yes.
Star Wars fans hate these movies.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say all Star Wars fans. I think if anyone hates Star Wars the most, it's Star Wars fans.
Sure.
But there are people who love these movies. You know, they grew up on them. Me personally, I grew up on them. I think they're awful. But you're allowed to like these movies. Like, we're not here just to, like, shit on you specifically. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to like these movies. That being said, we are going to make fun of them, I think.
I'd hope so.
So, you know the title. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Didn't really need to give you that, but I'll give you that anyway.
Right.
I'm going to give you a couple of actors and the characters they play.
Okay.
Because I'm being nice, I'm going to give you more than just the first 4 that pop up, because the first 4 that pop up are...
I mean, I know them.
Yeah, they're Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Padme. Those are gimmies. Like, I'm not going to, like... I'm being nice. It's the first episode, right?
Yeah, okay.
So I'll give you these. We have Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn.
Okay, yeah, I knew he was in these.
Yeah. We have Pernilla August as Shmi Skywalker.
I don't know who... Shmi?
Shmi Skywalker. We have Oliver Ford Davies as C.O. Bibble. And then we have Ahmed Best as Jar Jar Binks.
Okay.
Now, I've given you that. You can play the clip that I have picked out whenever you're ready. Sure.
Okay.
Let's just play the clip.
Okay.
Now that I've shown you the clip and we're back, describe what you just saw.
There was that little guy. There was Yoda. He was there.
Right, Yoda was there.
So it was like a ceremony. It looked like some sort. It was clearly some kind of ceremony. There was like a man who was a fish who had a glowing like ball. Natalie Portman gave it to him. Natalie Portman gave a man who was a fish a glowing ball.
Correct.
He held it in the air and everyone lost their mind.
Correct. Now, my question is, what do you think that orb is? What's that orb?
I would assume it's like what they're like looking for, like in the movie. Like it's some kind of like force rock.
Like and what does it do? What does this force rock do?
It's like it like protects their like the fish people.
Who is Natalie Portman? Who is Padme? Padme, and why is she giving this fish guy this force orb?
Okay, well my Lego knowledge is gonna kick in.
Here we go.
I know that she's a princess, Padme.
Okay.
She's princess of, I'm assuming, a planet of some sort, or maybe the whole. It can't be the whole universe.
Okay.
It's gotta be like one planet. But she's a princess. What was the rest of the question?
Why is she giving this fishman the orb?
I assume this is like they had to go on some kind of quest to retrieve this orb. Now they have it. They're returning it to the fish people, and they're very grateful. And it's like it's like they're getting like a medal. They're getting like a Medal of Honor, maybe.
Right. And then at the end of that clip, Natalie Portman looks at a little boy.
Yeah.
Why?
That's the guy.
You know that's Anakin.
Yeah.
Great.
Can I spoil it?
You can spoil it.
That guy is going to be Darth Vader.
That's true. That's what these movies are about.
So I did know that.
All right, so we're going to walk me through Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. My first question for you is pretty simple.
Okay.
Where do Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi sort of begin the movie? Like, how does this movie begin?
Well, okay. So they're Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson. I think they open on a mission.
Okay.
I think in the Lego game they have a mission at the beginning.
Okay.
The two of them.
I love that you're using your Lego game knowledge.
I remember there's like they do a bunch of flips and dismantle complicated puzzles. They have to do a series of logic puzzles.
Okay.
No, I'm sure it's like fighting. Like they're.
But why are they fighting?
I think that
what are they fighting?
I think they're fighting the drones.
The drones, yeah.
I think it's the drones.
The drones.
I think they're trying to escape.
Somewhere. Escape from who?
The drones. I think the drones took them prisoner and they were like breaking out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like that's how the movies.
And they took them prisoner because they're just because they're Jedi?
Yeah. Well, the Jedi are people hate those guys.
Okay.
I think.
We have Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi and they're sort of fighting these drones because these drones have captured them.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Great. So how does Anakin Skywalker come into play? Like, how does he come? Where do they meet? Is he on the ship too, or?
No. I don't think so. I think he lives in like a house. Like
he lives in a house.
Like I think he's supposed to be like kind of a normal boy, like who's like plucked from his normal life.
Okay.
And like taken on this mission.
Okay. So
I think he like lives in a house with his like family.
Can you sort of describe like his family? Like, what do you think Anakin Skywalker's family looks like?
I think like classic nuclear family, like mom, dad, sister, dog. Like
okay,
not on Earth. It's probably like not a dog. It's probably like a snake rabbit or whatever, like something crazy.
Right. Sci-fi nuclear family.
I bet he has a pet robot.
You think he has a pet robot?
I think he has a pet robot.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's because it's true.
It's just interesting. Why are they going to this little boy's home?
I think he's like really like special. Like
but why?
I think he's like powerful. Like he was born powerful.
How do they know that?
It's like there's like a radar or something. And it's like he's like they're like this is like this kid's off the charts. Like, we're getting readings that are so high. We gotta, like, check this out.
What sort of stands, if anything, in their way of this little boy? Does the villain come into play now? Who's the villain?
Who's the villain? Genuinely, I don't know this.
Yeah, so who's the villain?
Is it Darth Maul? He's the I know he shows up.
Darth Maul is in the movie.
I think he's the villain. He's like,
okay.
Because he has 2 lightsabers.
And what is Darth Maul like? What's his goal?
He wants to like kill the Jedi.
Why?
Because they're like opposite like religions, kind of.
Okay.
Sure. Not literally, but it's like Jedi are like one side,
right?
And then there's like evil Jedi, and
okay.
He's one of those.
Got it. So they start on a ship, they destroy all the drones, and then they go to Anakin Skywalker's nuclear family in his house.
Yeah.
What does Anakin Skywalker like do? Does he have like a hobby?
He likes his robot. I think
his hobby's robot.
Yeah, I think he loves robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And so he just like builds robots.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's a little kid, so it's like he doesn't need to have everything figured out yet.
Okay, cool. And so
I think that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he definitely.
Yeah.
And then Darth Maul is just there.
I think Darth Maul is also like sees that he's like off the charts. So I think it's like a race to get the boy.
Right.
And I think like Darth Maul gets there at like the same time they do, and probably kills his family.
Okay.
Probably kills his mom and dad and sister.
That's horrible.
I think like, if this guy's gonna become Darth Vader, that needs to come from somewhere.
Right.
Like some kind of pain.
Right. So we talked about Jar Jar Binks when I gave you all my best at Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, I know.
What's going on with him?
He's like a sidekick, right?
But what's his whole deal? Like, why is he joining these 2 Jedi? Why is he not just chilling on his home planet?
I think he's an old friend.
Okay.
Of Liam Neeson. I think like Liam Neeson knows him, and he's like, it's like they're trying to get away from Darth Maul because they're like taking this kid, and he's like,
right.
He's like, I know someone who like no one's gonna try to visit. Like no one thinks that we're gonna be here.
Okay.
And so he brings him to Jar Jar.
Okay, got it. So Jar Jar Binks is there.
Giving him shelter.
Does Anakin want to go with Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Well, his I don't think he had like his
family got murdered by Darth Maul. Yeah, that's a good point.
And these 2 bearded men are like, you
so they both have beards
with us.
Yeah,
I know they have beards.
Yeah, they definitely both have beards. So how does Padme fit into any of this? She's the princess.
She's the princess of the universe.
Of the universe.
So she obviously is like, oh, she's looking for a prince, I bet. Oh. Prince of the universe.
Prince of the universe.
So wait, is she? Because in that clip, she didn't look like a child. She looked.
She's not a child.
She looked like her. I mean, she looked younger than she does now, but she looked like an adult.
Yeah, she was at least like 16 or 17 during this movie, I want to say.
And
maybe older.
He's
a child. Yeah. So do it that way, Chivo. Why do you think? What's their deal?
Look,
we don't have to get into this now.
Knowing the time period this came out, like they're probably still into each other. It was a messed up time.
Okay, so you're saying the
I think
grown woman wants the little boy to be her prince.
Yeah, and join the good guys.
Okay.
And you'll be my husband in the future.
Got it. Okay, so here's what I have so far from you. We have Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi destroy a bunch of drones. Then they go to Anakin Skywalker's nuclear family. Darth Maul has killed his whole family.
Yeah.
Anakin goes with them, the 2 bearded men, both have beards. The bearded boys, if you will. Jar Jar Binks is also there because he's so annoying.
They bring him to Jar Jar for shelter.
They bring him to Jar Jar for shelter because nobody wants to go see him because he's so annoying, right?
Yeah, he's like...
Got it.
Yeah.
And then Padme is also there because she wants a little boy.
Yeah, I mean, I think she can, like... I bet they work for her. Liam Neeson and the other guy.
Okay, so they work for her.
Because she's... Like,
so do you think she wants Anakin because he's so off the charts?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Got it.
I think... This sounds like a good movie, man. if the movie played out the way I'm thinking it's gonna play out, I think people would have loved it. So I'm worried about what really is gonna happen.
Right. I mean, you have to remember this movie is quite long, so there's a lot of details that we're forgetting. Like, what? Yoda's in there. We saw Yoda at the beginning of the clip. What's Yoda doing in this?
He used to be a baby.
Oh, right, because of the Mandalorian?
I know. At one point he was a baby.
Right, that is canonically Yoda.
But this Yoda's, like, grown up.
Right, that's grown Yoda.
I think he's, like... Well, it's okay. I remember he's like a wise guy. So, I think he's almost like God.
Okay.
For these people.
Okay. He's like a god to them. So...
Like,
how does he
like wanders in and out and gives like sage advice.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
They're like, thanks, Yoda. And
yeah.
he's like, see you later.
So they like go and see Yoda for advice on this off the charts little boy, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
And sort of what happens from there? Does Darth Maul want to kill the little boy? Does he want to kill the two bearded boys? Does he want to kill Padme?
He wants to kill them all. He's an evil guy.
Right.
He has horns.
Right.
Like, he's the devil.
He is the devil.
Like, he's like an agent of hell. Like, so he just wants to kill and he doesn't give up. He doesn't give an F. Can I swear on this podcast?
You can swear. Let's try not to, but you can.
I won't. He doesn't give an F.
He doesn't give an F.
A flying F.
A flying F. A force flying F.
He doesn't give the force.
Right. Speaking of the force.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's magic. But it's...
Can anyone do it? Like, how does it work?
No, you have to be, like... How does it work?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm, like, the Jedis have it. And other people don't.
But the Sith have it, right?
I think it would be unbalanced if they didn't. But I think they both have magic.
Okay, they both have magic.
I think they both have magic. I think it's like so stupid. It's like it's just like it's like willpower.
Okay.
Or something. It's like
okay.
He just taps into it because he's just born special. It's just
right,
like there's
right.
no explanation. It's just like exceptionalism.
Okay, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that happening in a Star Wars. All right, so break down what you have so far for everyone. Starting with the drones.
Okay, Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor. Should I use... Can I keep calling them their actors?
Do whatever you want.
Ewan Neeson, Liam McGregor. They escape from the drones.
Right.
They are like, uh-oh. We just checked the charts. Something's way off. There's a spike. And it's coming from here. And Darth Maul's on his way. Okay. They're like, we gotta go. And so they get to the planet. They think it's on time. And they're trying to talk to this boy. And they're like, thank God we got here first. But it turns out Darth Maul was right on their tail. He kills Anakin's nuclear family. And then Anakin, his robot, and the Beard Boys, they go to Jar Jar for a safe haven. And he kind of holds them over until Natalie Portman can get there, who's the Queen of the Universe, and she brought Yoda, I think. I think her and Yoda are like friends. Okay,
that makes sense.
He's like a stepfather to her.
Okay.
Almost. So then I think it's like gotta protect this boy and like maybe like get him somewhere.
Okay.
And that's like the movie. Okay,
well then how does that clip that I showed you come into play? Where's the Force Rock in all this?
Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about that. There's a glowing rock. Maybe that's the point then. Like they don't need to get him anywhere. They need him to get the glowing rock. Okay. Because only his powers are good enough.
And where is the glowing rock?
It's in it's with Darth Maul, I think.
Oh, Darth Maul has
or the drones. Rock. Well, they all work together.
Oh, okay.
I think the evil guys have it.
Okay. So the evil guys have the glowing rock.
Or maybe it's some great beast.
So
that'd be exciting.
So what do you think? As you know from the two Star Wars movies you've seen, they both end in like a big action sequence, right?
Yeah.
Do you think this movie's gonna end the same way in like a big action sequence, or do you think it's gonna like peter out?
I think so.
Yeah, and what's this big action sequence?
It's Darth Maul versus our boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happens?
If I know,
given the fact that there's 2 other movies after this, so you have to remember that.
I think Liam Neeson dies.
Okay.
Because I know he's not in the ones after this.
Okay, maybe.
I'm pretty positive Liam Neeson he gets killed.
Okay.
And I think that's probably pretty sad.
Who kills him?
The Darth Maul.
Okay, and what happens to Darth Maul?
He gets killed.
Does he get killed?
By Ewan.
Okay, so...
And the little boy.
The little boy, as it's not Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin Skywalker. I think maybe he kills Darth Maul.
You think he kills
Because Darth Maul killed his family, so I think it would be more poetic if Anakin killed him.
Okay, so you think Anakin kills Darth Maul?
Yeah.
Okay, and then how does this lead into the next movie? What is it set up, you know?
Like, they got The Rock.
Yeah, they have the big rock.
Because I think that this clip happens for the ends of the movie.
Okay.
They have the big rock. The fish people love it.
The fish people love that big rock.
And they're like, thank God everything is finally peaceful. And then it's like, cut to drone headquarters. And they're like, they're planning their next strike. And I think that's how it ends.
Well, that is a really great guess of this plot of this movie. But my final question is, what is the Phantom Menace? What is it? What does that title mean?
The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Phantoms are ghosts.
Right.
Menace are bad things.
Okay.
So there's an evil ghost.
All right, let's go watch the movie. Let's talk about it.
Star
Wars. So we just watched
the evil
Star
ghost. Star Wars and the
evil ghost.
Still, why was it called that?
Yeah. So what is the Phantom Menace? I think
maybe it's that ball. Maybe it's that orb at the end.
Okay, we're gonna get into all that.
There's a ghost in
We're gonna get into all of that, but I want to just start off with a very simple question. In about a sentence or less, describe how you felt during the movie.
Oh, I liked it.
Actually?
No. No. Well, I mean, it was worse than I thought, honestly.
Yeah.
It was like, it wasn't even as bad as I wanted it to be.
Yeah, it's like boring.
It's boring. It takes itself very seriously.
Yeah.
It's all about taxes.
It's all about that base.
It's all about tariffs and the economy.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
It's crazy. It's crazy how boring war can be.
Yeah. That was my big takeaway, too, is that it was just really boring.
Yeah.
And, like, the stuff that I thought I didn't like, that I remembered, I loved.
Yeah. Let's talk about our favorite parts of the movie.
Our two favorite parts.
Our two favorite parts of the movie
being
Jar Jar Binks and Jake Lloyd. Jake Lloyd's acting.
He's like really cute in this movie.
He could have led the franchise. He could have done all three. They could have Radcliffed him.
I don't know about that, but
Maybe.
I think he is a very cute and likable kid, and it makes Anakin really like empathetic because as we know, he's going to become Darth Vader. Like that's everybody knows that, right? Like no,
right.
Like that's not a spoiler. So we know he's going to be evil. So like you make this character like really cute, and we like him, which Jake Lloyd is. He is really cute.
Well, and it's like they're all written like robots.
Yeah,
and so it's like
awful.
The fact that he's just like a real boy. Like I'm endeared to him just because I'm like watching him try to deliver the dialogue. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's very cute. And
Jar Jar was funny. All right. Look, a lot of this movie just bored me to death.
Yeah.
And like, say what you will about Jar Jar, he's watchable.
He brings a sense of just like something. You know?
Jar Jar
just anything.
Jar Jar has the it factor.
He has some good funny lines. He has some funny moments. When he goes like, Misa so clumsy, I kind of liked it.
I genuinely, when they made him a general at the end,
that's funny.
I thought that was very sweet. I was like...
Yeah.
Like, that's really...
And when he's like goobering his way into like killing all those droids.
He's the only one who like has an arc.
Yeah, he really is the only one with an arc.
Yeah.
What's anyone else's arc?
Dying is one guy's arc.
Okay, let's talk about what you got right and what you got wrong. So you started off by saying that they were going to destroy the drones on the ship.
Which they did. They weren't escaping. They were
kind of escaping because they tried to poison them with that poison gas.
Okay.
But they're also not called drones. They're called droids, which I thought was funny that you called them drones. So you said they were going to escape this place, which they did, and then they were going to go to Anakin's nuclear family, his mom, his dad, and his weird snake rabbit dog. Darth Maul's not really in it.
Yeah, and his mom doesn't die. She just is like...
She's just not around.
Yeah, like he's owned by this... How would you describe the guy who owns...
A big blue alien with wings.
So his mom is like, oh, you were owned by this alien, and now these two older men want to own you.
Right, the
because
boys,
they love your blood so much.
I mean, let's talk about midichlorians. I really...
Midichlorians.
I'm desperate to hear your thoughts.
Well, I know what they are now.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they're like a parasite. The twist is that they talk to you.
Kind of.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
He's like, you gotta talk to them, and when you're working with the parasites, you can, like, do magic.
Yeah, so how, like, what...
That's kind of cool.
You like that?
Well, it's stupid.
Right.
Like, it's dumb.
It is dumb. I'm glad we can agree on that. Because it is stupid.
But it's funny. It's creative. Like, why would it be that? Like, who would...
I cannot believe that you like midichlorians. I just cannot believe that.
It would have been so easy to just be like, it's just magic. It's just believing in yourself. And he's like, no, it's a creature.
This is genuinely the most shocking thing that's ever happened.
It's honestly, it's my favorite part. I want to see a scene where they talk.
Well, that's never gonna happen.
Do the Force.
Oh my god. Okay, why is Liam Neeson so bad in this movie? Let's talk about that.
Why is he bad?
He's just bad. He's a bad actor in this movie.
Because he does not want to be there. Like, Liam Neeson, fresh off of Schindler's List, fresh out of his Oscar-winning turn as Oscar Schindler, gets cast as a Qui-Gon Jinn, man who looks like he lives under a bridge.
Right.
And he hates it.
But Ewan McGregor's doing a great job. He's trying, you know.
Ewan McGregor he's like a sweetheart.
Yeah, Liam Neeson's just phoning it in.
Liam Neeson's phoning it in. Natalie Portman, low key phoning it in.
I don't know if she's phoning it in or if she just had really nothing.
I just think that this isn't her kind of thing. And hey, girl, I get you.
Yeah, I mean, she gets more scenes to act in the next couple, I guess. She's really just there to be unfortunately eye candy for Anakin. So
very weird.
How do you feel about that?
I mean,
how do you feel about them?
I got that part right.
Yeah,
I got that part right. And she's looking for her prince.
She's not the prince of the universe, or the princess of the universe. Excuse me. She's the queen of.
She's the queen of a one place.
Yeah, Naboo.
That's almost the same as being the princess of everywhere.
I guess in this movie, that's what it felt like.
But so she's the sole monarch. There's no one else.
Honestly, I don't care or know. So
she doesn't have parents or anything.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh. I don't know.
But
I guess it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Maybe they'll
the
explain
movie,
the second one.
For a movie that talks so much, the movie that explains everything, it raises so many questions.
The most brutal thing we said about this movie
is
is that this movie could have been the opening text of Attack of the Clones. You didn't need to see any of this for you to get the next one, I feel. And you haven't even seen the next one.
Yeah.
I feel like if you didn't see this, you would understand everything that's going on.
I know less now.
That's how I feel
about Star
I've
Wars.
Seen these movies.
I understand the whole thing less now.
Yeah. That pod racing scene should have been way cooler. And it kind of sucked.
That pod racing was cool because it was just a break. We just talked. Because there was just nothing happening. It was just 15 minutes of just pretty sounds.
Okay,
basically.
let's talk about what you did like. We like the sounds. You like midichlorians.
Yeah, I like the stupid props and costumes. And there's a scene where Anakin is just wearing a normal backpack that's he's wearing an LL Bean backpack.
That is really good.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely think it's, like, really charming.
So we
It's
like
true.
midichlorians. Well, you like.
I love midichlorians.
And you like.
You just are jealous because I have more of them than you.
I guess.
It's the amount you have that, like, makes you better.
Well, what are your overall thoughts about the movie, to wrap this up?
I think Star Wars is, I think it's stupid. You know how, like, Scientology, they, like, wrote, it was just some dumb crazy guy wrote a book and everyone was like, this is gonna be our whole life.
And that's how you feel this was?
That's what I think of Star Wars.
Well, are you excited for their Attack of the Clones?
Barely. You say it's better. We'll see. You said it's less boring.
It is definitely less boring.
Maybe worse, but less boring. Is it shorter?
No.
Okay.
Well, tune in next week for Attack of the Clones.
Tune in next week for my obituary, because this has destroyed my will to continue.
Okay, bye.